RubberBandBracelet.net.
Today, I'm going to show you how to make a heart charm. First, you'll need to decide which color or colors of bands you want to use. You'll need around 47 bands. I am using some new bands that I'm considering to add to our Amazon store called White Dot. Send us comments and let us know if you want us to carry these style bands. Next are the tools to make the project. You can use a loom or a homemade loom. I'm going to use my homemade loom, which is just a board and 10 nails placed 5 in a row in 2 separate rows. I will also use a paperclip as my hook. You can download the project instructions in the description below the video. So now to start on our project. Using our instruction page, you can see that we will need to make an X between the second and third pegs, and again between the fourth and fifth pegs. We need to wrap the band around twice and then put them on the nails in a figure 8. Now, starting the second row, we will place the bands in the same positions again, but we don't need to wrap them twice. Then we will weave by bringing the bottom band over the top band on all the pegs. Then slide the bands down the nails and we are on to the third row. The third row shows we need to make an X between all the pegs. Just like in row 1, you will need to wrap the band around twice and make a figure 8 with the band if it is the first band on the pegs. So we will need to do that for the bands between pegs 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. But the bands between pegs 2 and 3, 4 and 5 don't need to be doubled. After the bands are on, we will weave by bringing the bottom band over the top band on all pegs. On the pegs where we doubled the band, you will have 3 bands to bring over the top band. Now for the fourth row. We will need to make an X between all the pegs, but because they have already had bands on them, we don't need to double them. So this row and the fifth row are much easier. After we have weaved on the 5th row, we need to start to taper in the point of our heart. So we will take the bands from the first pegs on both sides and move them in an X pattern and put them on the second peg on both sides. And repeat the same with the bands on the 6 pegs, move them to the 5th pegs. So now you should be ready for row 6, and we will need to place bands to make 3 X's and then weave as normal. So now the 6th row is done, and we again need to taper in. We will move the bands from the 2nd pegs and place them on the 3rd pegs, and move the bands from the 5th pegs and place them on the 4th pegs. Now for row 7, we only need to do 1 X and weave. For our final row, we will move all bands onto the same side of the loom and do 1 single band to close up the heart charm with a slip knot. Pull the band tight and you are done. I hope you enjoyed our project. Please comment and let us know what you think of these white dot bands. And don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube and to join our newsletter so you are emailed when we put up a new project video or when we have money-saving coupons for our loom bands.